Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. There are many options out there when it comes to fueling your alcohol stove. And the way I see it, there's three main options and we're going to take a look at them today and see which one we think is best. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. So the first we're going to look at is heat. This is out of the yellow bottle. There's a red bottle. This is the yellow bottle and it's the one that I recommend. It's basically fuel line antifreeze and it's methanol. Next you've got denatured alcohol. It's a mixture of methanol and ethanol. Definitely don't drink it because methanol is very toxic. Last is what they call clean burning denatured alcohol. It's the same as denatured alcohol but a very low percentage, less than 5% methanol. Now I also wanted to include 99% isopropyl alcohol in this test, but because of the current pandemic, you can't find alcohol anywhere. We have a store of 90% alcohol in our preps, but I'm not going to use it today because I really would want to test the 99% alcohol. If you have any experience with those alcohols, they burn very hot, but they produce a tremendous amount of soot. A few quick notes before we do any testing. I always test in a well-ventilated area. My shop here has ventilation, so make sure you do that as well, especially if you use the clean burning denatured alcohol. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a little while. Methanol, of course, is toxic, so do this at your own risk. I've been doing it for many years, never had any problems. You really don't hear a lot about methanol toxicity, but you want to make sure that it doesn't get on your hands and the fumes are well ventilated, like I said. So that said, use at your own risk. I'm a little bit tired tonight. I really don't want to watch 2 cups of water boil, so we're just going to boil 1 cup of water. We're going to use 1 ounce of each of the fuels. We're going to show you some really nice detailed shots of the flame patterns. We're going to see how long it takes to get 1 cup of water to a boil and how long that 1 ounce of alcohol burns for. So let's boil some water. All right, so here we are. This is the clean burning denatured alcohol. I'm going to use the Cat Can stove. It's quick to bloom, so we're going to use that. We've got our water here, 1 cup, and it is currently at 69 degrees. We're going to leave the can on there while it finishes burning, because if we take it off, it obviously really affects the boil time. So we're going to leave the water boiling on top until it runs out. There it goes. Put it on there. Let's see how long it takes to get to a boil and how long it burns for. All right, we're getting there. 3:45, 3 minutes 45 seconds to get to 212. Let's see how long it burns for. Starting to die away just a little bit. I'm going to basically kill it once it's pretty much out from the ring around it. It's starting to lose power here. Once it goes out from the ring on the outside, I'll call it, even if it's coming out of the little ports up top there. All right, we're gonna call it right there, guys. 8 minutes, 38 seconds. It's got a little bit of flame. 8:38 for the clean burning denatured alcohol on a total burn time. I'm gonna recycle everything, get my stove cool, get my pot and water cool, and restart this thing up. And next we're gonna use the regular denatured alcohol. Okay, so next we've got 1 ounce of denatured alcohol, not clean burning, just regular denatured alcohol. Pop that in there. We've got 1 cup of water, also sitting at 69, 70 degrees. 69 degrees. Let's get it started and we'll get it primed and see how long it takes to get water to a boil and how long it'll burn for. All right, there we go. Coming up on a boil here, very close time, 3:42, 3 minutes 42 seconds for a boil. Let's see how long it burns for. I think that's about where we called the last one. So we'll say 8:33. And lastly, we're going to use the heat out of the yellow bottle. There we go. We've got our water at 69, 70 degrees. Let's get it going. Make sure we get it nice and centered. That's pretty good. Let's see how long it takes to get to a boil and how long it burns for. All right, we're getting close again. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. 3 minutes, 30 seconds for a boil. Let's see how long it burns for. All right, we're getting really close. We're gonna call that 8:02. 8 minutes, 2 seconds for a total burn time for the heat. I do want to give you guys just a quick idea of what the 90% isopropyl alcohol looks like. So we're not gonna time it. We'll light it up. Let it bloom here. You're going to see very quickly the yellow flame instead of blue. It burns not quite as efficiently, and that yellow flame is going to cause a lot of soot. I'm not going to keep my pot on there for very long, but you guys can see very clearly that it is not as clean burning at all. That's enough. All right, so let's talk about these results. Again, we're looking just at the clean burning denatured alcohol, the regular denatured alcohol, and the heat, which is essentially methanol. Clean burning, boil 1 cup of water in 3 minutes 45 seconds, the regular in 3 minutes 42 seconds, and the heat in 3 minutes 30 seconds. Kind of the opposite as far as burn times. The clean burning burned for 8 minutes 38 seconds, the regular denatured alcohol burned for 8 minutes 33 seconds, and the heat burned for 8 minutes and 2 seconds. So what are my thoughts on these three fuels? Well, the clean burning, I can tell you guys, I have used heat in all of my testing over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years of using alcohol stoves, and I've never had issues with fumes. Now, like I said, I have good ventilation, but this clean burning denatured alcohol makes the most noxious fumes I have ever experienced. I had to actually stop my testing one time and just let everything air out really well. I don't know what it is. If it's clean burning, it certainly makes some pretty nasty fumes. I mean, it really blows me away. It's amazing how bad it is. Doesn't boil as fast, but does burn for a long time. I am not a fan. Regular denatured alcohol is a little bit better. It boiled water in about the same time and really burnt for around the same amount of time. The only issue with denatured alcohol is that it can be a little more expensive, and you can only buy it in bulk, usually at big box stores like Home Depot, maybe Walmart, but they're gonna be in big cans. And if you're out on a thru hike, whatever it might be, it's a lot easier to find the heat and carry it in smaller amounts instead of having to buy the big can of the stuff. You might be able to get a better deal as far as money goes if you're able to get a really big can and split it amongst a bunch of people. That kind of tends to be a pain in the rear. It's a good fuel, it works well, it doesn't have a lot of fumes, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is, of course, heat. I've been using it for years and years. It brought our water to a boil the fastest, and it did burn out the fastest, but it's really not that big a deal, guys. We're looking at 8 minutes 2 seconds versus 8 minutes 30 seconds. Extrapolate that out, it's not that much, plus the fact that you were able to bring the water to a boil much faster. What I like about heat is it's available at almost any store, grocery store, a Quick Trip, anything that sells car related items. Any gas station is probably going to have heat because it is, again, brake fluid antifreeze. Once again, I'll tell you to be careful. It is methanol, so you want to be very, very careful. If you are careful, and I've been over the years, I've never had any issues, and as long as you're careful, I think you'll be okay. But like I said at the beginning, do it at your own risk. So what's y'all's choice? What's your favorite fuel for your alcohol stove? There are other things you can use. You can use really high quality alcohol, like drinking alcohol. I don't mess with any of that stuff. I'm gonna stick to this stuff. People like that because it is, of course, consumable and not as toxic, but it is more expensive and harder to find. Like I said, my favorite is definitely heat. You saw that the isopropyl alcohol, whether it be 91% like this one or 99%, it burns with a very yellow and sooty flame. The same thing happens if you get the heat in the red bottle. It is very similar to that kind of alcohol, and it burns very yellow and very sooty. We don't like sooty. So if you're looking for my recommendation, I say go down to your local Walmart, go down to your local Texaco, whatever it is, pick yourself a couple of bottles of HEAT and use it in your alcohol stove. Not sure if you guys are aware, but I have an entire playlist just on stoves. I'll make sure I leave a link down below, as well as up here in the cards at the end of the video. It is getting close to getting a little cooler here in Louisiana. I might actually venture out in the morning to try to shoot a video in the woods. It's gonna be hot, but I think it's gonna take a little longer to get hot, so I might try to get up. We'll see. I'm a little tired. It is Saturday tomorrow. We'll see what happens. If you like the video, guys, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up down below. Really helps spread things across YouTube. If you don't want to miss any videos, hit the subscription button. And if you want to be absolutely sure you don't miss videos, hit the ding dong bell and you'll be the first to know. As always, guys, I really appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel, and stay tuned for more videos soon.